Welcome live to London, where the stars of British comedy are assembled for the 1995 British Comedy Awards. Now in its 6th year, this glittering event has become a firm fixture in the comedy calendar, and many of the stars here are nominated for the awards being given tonight. The nominations for these prestigious awards are submitted by TV and film companies, radio stations, and theatre and comedy club managements. And the honours are judged, voted on and awarded by members of the Writers Guild of Great Britain and a jury of top executives for all the comedy fields represented. The awards may go to the established entertainers or to the newer stars of the laughter business. But above all, everyone is here for an evening of guaranteed mirth and madness. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the 1995 British Comedy Awards, Jonathan Ross.
Thank you very much indeed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this, the 6th annual British Comedy Awards. And as you can no doubt see, this year our theme is that of the glories of ancient Rome. And in keeping with that, over the next couple of hours, much of what you hear will be authentic period material. As I look around the tables, I can see that many of the celebs here are helping the mood along by adopting the rigid postures so typical of old Pompeii. And there can't be an executive producer in the room who hasn't already leant towards table 24 and delivered that most emotional of showbiz soliloquies. Friends, showmen, countrymen, lend me your Chris Evans. But we're not just looking backward this evening. We live in a modern world, and the Comedy Awards intends to reflect that. Indeed, taking our lead from the new Beatles record, tonight's post-show cabaret will be performed by the late Jimmy Wheeler and Nat Jackley. Now, for the benefit of our younger element, I should explain that the two gentlemen I just mentioned were old-time comedians. Some might say proper comedians. Today, with TV's fixation with mere presenters, there is some concern over where the next generation of actual comedians is going to come from. Indeed, looking at the BBC's particular liking for slightly camp young frontmen, there might be some anxiety over where the next generation of actual people is going to be coming from. So what creates a king or queen of comedy? In my experience, it is a unique blend of insecurity, paranoia and ruthlessness. How very unlike our own royal family. But tonight is the one evening a year when we overlook funny people's raging psychological deficiencies and reward them for the lovable, clever alter egos they have blinded us with. Look at them, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all those famous faces, outwardly serene, but inside, like that gang of international covert concrete smugglers, they are secretly shipping a brick. If you'd have walked past the dressing rooms about an hour ago, you'd have heard them all behind locked doors rehearsing acceptance speeches into the mirror, or, for those that wanted complete privacy, on talk radio. And what is it they were asking themselves, ladies and gentlemen? The big questions. Do people really like me? Do I live in the people's hearts? Well, fortunately, tonight, we can put that to the test. Because there is no phone-in award this year, I thought it only fair that I take a camera crew and wander the streets simply asking the people just who is funny and who ain't. Yes, that's how I spent Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. So before the Comedy Awards 1995 proper get underway, let us look at the results. Now, many of the names people came up with are here with us this evening, but they're just going to have to grin and bear it along with the rest of us as we let the people speak. Gentlemen, on television, who do you think is funny?
Mrs. Merton.
Harry Enfield.
Jack D.
Rory Brimmer.
Jackie Mason.
Who on TV in this country do you think is funny?
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. Michael Barrymore.
Billy Connolly. Victor Meldrew. One Foot in the Grave, I think, is very funny.
One Foot in the Grave. He's a funny man. Like him.
Lenny Henry. Eddie Murphy. Bob Hope. Jerry Lee Lewis. Classic.
Come on over, baby. Oh,
knows you can find comedy everywhere. My boss is a comedian. The wages he pays is a joke. Look, everybody, Alan Yentov. Who do you think's funny on TV?
Alan Pace is funny.
Paul Merton.
Ben Hilton? Tommy Cooper?
Davison, Jim Davison.
Do you need a sense of humour to work in a fish and chip shop?
Yes.
Very good sense of humour.
Do you think I could work in it?
No.
Have you got a large Wally?
Harry Enfield. Useless.
Jeremy Beadle.
Oh, Davidson. Don't think he is funny at all.
Mr. B, I think he's rubbish.
Oh, don't like that northern guy, the one that does all them, that sports comedy quiz game.
Nick Hancock.
That's the one. Oh.
Nick, can't stand you. I'm bored with it. Let's go try on some shoes. Who do you think is really funny?
Well, I didn't get a chance to watch TV, but I like Jasper Carrot.
You get any funny people in here? Any TV people coming here?
Yeah, we've had Annika Rice.
And did her feet like really smell?
God, they smell terrible.
Who's funny on TV?
Taylor Pace.
Who's funny on TV? Francine Spit.
Lee Evans, Lenny Henry, Harry Enfield.
I think you've got to look at Bruce Forsyth. He's still quite funny.
Bruce.
He's funny. He always tells good joke.
I think Brian Connolly deserves something.
I really like Eddie as well.
Do you want to meet him? I know exactly where he'll be right now. Now, if I'm correct, this is... Yeah, no, don't worry. He loves to meet people. He's a gregarious, outward-looking kind of fella. He'll be filled. Here he is. It's Nick Hancock. Who do you think is funny on TV?
Me.
Who's funny on TV, though? You're not on TV often. Who's funny on
I've
TV?
been on Panorama last week.
Who's funny on TV?
Henry Wilson. Benny Hill. Jasper Carrot.
Who's not funny?
Val Doonigan.
OK, to business. Let's now begin this orgy. Let us fiddle while, if not exactly Rome, certainly 100 cheap cigars burn. And as I used to say back in the old days of the Colosseum, those about to die, salute you. Our first award of the evening is Top TV Comedy Actor. And to present this award are 3 people. Yes, that's right, 3 people. Too many for one award, but just enough for a royal marriage. They are Ulrika Johnson and her 2 straight men, Tiny Vic Reeves and gentle Bob Mortimer. Well, it's lovely to see you all, and you all look fantastic this evening. Ulrika, have you gone nuts? Are you mad? Have you gone crazy? Are you gaga? Because you're doing 2 top shows at the moment. You got the Gladiators, and you got the Shooting Stars. And yet you choose the big Hunter fella over these 2 available young men? Thinking. Oh.
Touché. You really are a bastard, aren't you?
In the paper. So you've got the nominations, and you're going to read them out for us.
You have drawn, Jonathan.
You're going to read the nominations out for us.
And the nominations are, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Wilson for 1 Foot in the Grave.
Martin Clunes for Men Behaving Badly.
And Robert Dawes for
Outside Edge.
Those are the nominations. Who's on the road to success? Who's on the ferry to Bruges? Answers right after these clips.
Billy, I thought, there's more to life than life. There's cricket. There's my team. My team. I am the captain. Explain that away in 4 minutes, you swine.
Before you even ask how it went, I do not want to talk about it. I've never been so humiliated all my natural-born days. Do you know what happened when we got there? Yes, well, I don't want to talk about it. bloody Armenian restaurant, the one of them spoke a word of English. Can you believe what they did? Margaret, are you asleep? Good, but I don't want to talk about it.
Ulrika, the winner is?
And I'm delighted to say the winner is Martin Clunes.
Martin Clunes and Neil Morrissey are the partners in Laddishness, of course, in Men Behaving Badly. Also during the year, you might have caught Martin in the TV version of An Evening with Gary Lineker. And just last year, he made his debut as a film director on the widescreen with a thing in which he also starred called Staggered.
Hey, how long did you do? Huh? Nice to meet you. Thanks very much. Well, thanks, that's very nice. Obviously, when one of these things takes off, it's very much a collaborative effort, so I have to say, the whole thing started with... Nice cough. The whole thing started when Simon and I wrote a book called Men Behaving Badly, very well, and Beryl Virtue, our producer, had the good idea to make it into a TV series, and produced it very well, and then Martin Dennis directed it very well. I have to mention one of the... Oh, fuck it. Thanks very much.
Next to receive one of our awards, QVC order code 678456, will be the top BBC entertainment presenter. Here with the answers, you've seen him on VH1. Well, you've seen him on the front page of The Sun. Please welcome media darling Julia Carling. You look gorgeous. I brought along, this is that episode of Cracker I think you missed. I just ran it off the top for you.
No freezing in marriage there.
No,
Is that good?
it was a cracker.
It was a cracker.
Did you see the panorama show?
Cracker was too good for me.
Did you watch the panorama show, did you?
No.
Well, okay, no, you didn't watch it. Well, I'll sum it up for you. Last year, I don't know if you saw our show last year. Last year, Spike Milligan said in 3 words what she'd only hinted at over an hour.
It takes that long, doesn't it?
Well, you might know. I don't know. You have the nominations there.
I do have the nominations. Right, for the top BBC Entertain presenter are Jim Davison for Big Break, Noel Edmonds for Noel's House Party, and Frank Skinner for The Frank Skinner Show.
Let's have a look at those 3 marvellous performers in action.
I love it when you're domineering like that. I really like you, John, and no error. You remind me of one of those heroes in the black and white films. I really do like you, and that's no error. Corey can put them balls, Mother. You come make a cup of tea and have a nice look.
Sad news! Crinkly Bottom Zoo has said goodbye to the Chinese panda Ming Ming. She was loaned to the zoo in the hope that she might mate with the Crinkly Bottom panda, but she wouldn't. The vet says the blue flashing light on the roof put her off.
You say that a good way of sort of introducing the idea of contraception into the conversation, rather than bring it up, is when you give your love out, when you perhaps do a meal, give them a dessert plate that's got a condom on it.
Absolutely. That's subtle, right?
Yeah. What would worry me is they might mistake it for a Werther's original.
Julia, the winner, please.
The winner is... Noel Edmonds.
Well, Noel has rushed to our studios from tonight's live house party. I think he must have used the crinkly bottom chopper. Last year he bought Mr. Blobby. I wonder if the big pink thing is waiting in the wings. 2 years in a row, Noel's the winner.
Thank you. As Martin has just proved, I think it's going to be a night of get up here and get away as fast as possible. 3 years in a row is absolutely tremendous. In an hour and a half's time, Michael Hurl's going to be shouting at you that we're overrunning like mad. So it's brief, but really this means a tremendous amount. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you.
Next up, Best Female Comedy Performer. Just what is it that makes a woman funny? Well, in my experience, finding your back issues of Fiesta behind that loose brick in the cellar tends to make them absolutely hysterical. Presenting the award, a man who came this close to holding the most powerful seat in the country. That was while working for the firm who dry cleaned Des Lynam's trousers. Later, he went into politics and stood against John Major to be merely Prime Minister, to reveal the fam out of whom fun flows the finest. Welcome, the Right Honourable John Redwood, MP. I'm very pleased to meet you, sir. Whoa, what are you up to these days? You busy?
I am very busy, yes. Never been busier.
Good man.
Leave the cabinet and you have a great life.
Thank you very much indeed.
It's my tip for you as well.
Well,
And I bet you're hoping there won't be any R's in the names we've got to read out later on.
You don't mind me saying so, sir. That was a wankerous thing for you to say. Early in the evening.
You did it beautifully.
You have the nominations for us, sir?
I do indeed.
You'd be so kind.
The nominations for the top female comedy performer are, yes, quiet, ladies and gentlemen, Jo Brand, for Jo Brand Through the Christmas Cake Hole. Caroline Hook, for the Mrs. Merton Show. And Victoria Wood for Victoria Wood Live in Your Own Home.
Let's have a look at three of the funniest women around in action.
Thank God I am not a member of the royal family. Say whatever happens to me, at least I'm not the Queen. However bad things get, at least I don't wake up in the morning next to Prince Philip. Mind you, neither does the Queen. I mean, it must be a terrible job being the Queen. I mean, she says it's just a job, doesn't she? She says being the Queen is just a job. It's not my idea of a job. I mean, in a job you have a laugh, don't you? You have friends. I mean, I know she has ladies in waiting, but it's not really the same thing. So they'll sit in the back of the Bentley with a copy of the Daily Mirror going, right, Liz, what are you, Taurus?
Marriage is affected by the change. Rini. Rini, you've just started the change. And she's too embarrassed to tell her husband about it. It's something for ladies to think about. You know, if you're too embarrassed to tell your husband, put a little sticker on the fridge door.
Now, I want to start off by telling you who my big hero of the year has been, and it's Prince Charles, I'm afraid. Yes, it is, because I think that he's done so much for women like me. I really do. Because if you look at it, he's married to the most gorgeous woman in England, and he goes and shags that old donkey, Camilla.
Would you reveal the winner for us, please?
And the winner is Victoria Wood.
Unfortunately, Victoria can't be with us tonight as she's appearing live in Birmingham, but we cross to her now live in her dressing room. Victoria.
Oh, hello. I'm not in my dressing room. I'm in the photo booth in Tesco's. And now, is it worth trying to get laughs at 100 miles distance? I think probably not. Hello, Mrs. Merton. Hello, Joe. Next year, I feel you rushing up behind my shoulder. Thanks very much. I don't actually get it. It's not here. I'm sitting in a hotel room with 3 men, and there we go. Bye.
Thank you. We move on to top ITV entertainment presenter. To enthuse about this, a man who straddles both ITV and BBC like he's got a really good agent. To be specific, his career has taken him all the way from supermarket sweep to Pets win prizes. What a long, strange trip that must have been. He is the shining Mr. Dale Allhale Winton. Dale, good to see you.
Nice to be here.
I suspect no one here knows more than you the double-edged aspect of fame, because supermarket sweeps, I would imagine, it's the sort of show, if you go out shopping in supermarkets, if you're in supermarkets, you must get bothered because of the association. Would I be right?
Oh, absolutely, but I do lie. I was born to shop, Jonathan, as you know.
I don't know, but you've told me now, but anyway. And what about now you do pets win prizes? If someone sees you hanging around a pet shop, do they look at you funny now that you're doing that?
You'd be amazed where I loiter, Jonathan. And not just pet shops.
Oh, I wouldn't be that amazed, Al. Let's have the nominations, please, for this award.
Okay, nominations for Top ITV Entertainment Presenter are Cilla Black for Blind Date, Michael Barrymore for Barrymore, and Clive James for The Clive James Show.
Here we go. Barrymore versus Cilla. It's like Blur versus Oasis with Clive's plucky boyzone as the outsider. As if you need reminding, here's those top popular presenters in action.
Go off on the date. Not her. I should get... Trip to the USA. Look at that. You're jetting away to Seattle on America's West Coast. Home of grunge music. Is that what they do?
Yeah.
In grunge? What do they do?
I bet you've never seen that.
The so-called shock news of John Redwood's bid for the Tory leadership came as no shock to this programme. We predicted it shortly after he was appointed Welsh Secretary, when he visited Wales for the first time and apparently joined in singing the Welsh national anthem.
Well, you've got to be cruel to be kind sometimes. Dale, the winner, please.
Okay, and the winner is... Michael Barrymore.
Well, in many, many ways, it's been quite a year for Michael Barrymore. Sitting there with his wife tonight, Joe, which is also his manager, as you probably know. He's your kind of entertainer, quite obviously.
Is this a bleeding set-up or what?
Nothing to do with me. I'm just the messenger.
Oh, yeah. I can see him at the production table working this one out. Oh, let's get Dale in, shall we? You know? What are you waiting for?
I don't even know...
All right, now, for those of you who are here tonight, it's a live show, and thank you all for coming. And first of all, if there is a fire, it's divided between here and there and there. And agents run that way. And professionals just generally run. Remember? Now, first of all, I've got a lot of thank yous to do. I'd like to thank my wife for being here tonight, and also for being with me all through a very tricky time. I'm not going to go on about that because, you know, God knows I've got a career to get on with. And this autopay machine, is it? Jonathan, it's the 5th series of the Comedy Awards. I've been very fortunate. I've won quite a few, and I know you're going for it tonight.
Yeah, I'm going.
Everyone has come on. You got a little bit in, you know, a little bit in it. You don't need this. You really don't. Right. Now, here's another one.
Le Piador, dry white wine.
Free in the People newspaper tomorrow.
Get your Christmas TV first. The only free glossy Christmas TV magazine. A complete 16-day Christmas and New Year TV guide to all the programs on all the channels. Get your Christmas TV first and Yes Magazine. Absolutely free. Oh, what a lovely pair. Only the people tomorrow.
When your sore throat feels like this, try new Strepsils Dual Action. It numbs the throat with anesthetic and helps fight infection with antibacterials. For severe sore throats, new Strepsils Dual Action. Only from your pharmacist.
Someone knows where to find the best presents.
In 1899, Montana was still an unspoiled wilderness, a place where a man could put aside the cares of civilization and find himself in the sanctity of nature. But then again, there's only so much of that you can take. Smooth-tasting Heineken Export, introduced to America in 1894.
I'm about to make a very big commitment in my life. Things are going to be different. What, you found your wallet then? I'm having to stick the car in the paper. No one's going to buy it.
You might as well wrap it in paper.
I'm going to get in a steak car.
Bill's not signed, Norman, no mates in the front.
You just know when the time is right. I want to just go for it. But what's the reason, man? Because I love her.
A nice one.
The new Braun Super Volume Twist. You need volume, you get all the volume you need. You fancy something really different? You just twist. Twist. The new Braun Super Volume Twist. Volume now has a new twist. If you're late going out to a fashionable restaurant where you need to be fashionably dressed and your hair has to be fashionably styled, the Braun Style & Go doesn't need plugging in and heats up in under 60 seconds, leaving you plenty of time to be fashionably late.
Cellnet and Vodafone give you no calls with their £29 tariff. Orange include an extra 60 minutes of calls free. Another reason why, on average, Orange users save £20 every month. The future's bright. The future's orange.
The 1995 British Comedy Awards.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live to the British Awards. This is the 6th annual ceremony, coming from amidst the splendour of ancient Rome. Or at least what ancient Rome would have looked like had it fallen to an independent production company. Isn't that amazing when you get down at BB&Q now, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Something like that.
Go on, carry on.
Our next award is for Top Television Comedy Actress. Now, I won't beat around the bush, ladies and gentlemen. Freddie Starr's on the way out to present this one. I preempt his arrival merely to give time. Freddie Starr works every time, doesn't he? I'm telling you this in advance, though, just to give time for the aged, the infirm, the nervous to leave the vicinity, for people who take medication to do so now, and for our staff to move these tables back about 8 feet. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Starr. Freddie.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Freddie.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much.
Freddie, you're looking great. You're looking sterling, you're looking fantastic, you're looking marvellous. And you have the nominations there?
Pardon?
You have the nominations there for Mr. Starr? If you'd be so kind. You read the nominations for the next award.
For who?
On the small Roman sheet of papyrus.
I thought it was toilet paper. This thing here.
That thing there with the nominations on for this next category.
You've lost a bit of weight, haven't you?
I've lost a lot of weight. Can we read the nominations, please? I've lost about 2 stone. Thanks for asking. The nominations, please.
You don't know what losing weight means, mate.
The nominations
you
are...
Don't know what... you don't know what losing weight is, mate.
No, don't I?
No. Go on.
The nominations are Josie Lawrence for Outside Edge.
Wait a minute. Losing weight is not easy. How much have you lost?
About 2 stone. Caroline Quentin for Men Behaving Badly.
Do you know how much I've lost? Do you know how much I've lost?
Hang on a minute. How much you lost, Freddie?
3.5 stone.
Congratulations. And Annette Crosby for One Foot in the Grave. Let's have a look at the clips.
Stop sledging.
Stop what?
Sledging.
What if I knew what it meant?
Sledging, you silly great haystack. He's making off-putting and inflammatory remarks to the opposition. Like your mother did to me on the day we got married.
Hey. Get married again, Kev. Properly. In church. Shall we, Kev, shall we?
Are you serious? As if you are.
I am. I really am. I really want to, Kev.
I'm dizzy. I'm still swollen and bleeding. I've got a temperature of over 100.
Well, you'll be nice and warm then, won't you?
How did that happen?
Give me the trousers, Dorothy.
No, look, we'll have a nice day together. We can tell each other all the things we've always wanted to tell each other, but we haven't had the time, Gary.
What is it?
When you washed your face in the dark last night, you opened one of those new little packets of soap in the bathroom cupboard, did you?
Yes, why?
Wrong. You opened a new little packet of Tesco's toilet flush. And all over the towel and the face flannel and the pillow and...
Now the nominations. Freddie, the winner is... The winner is...
Pardon?
The winner is...
Oh, you've lost weight?
The winner is...
Is, hang on. I can't see out my glasses.
Caroline Quentin.
Yes, Caroline Quentin, who plays Dorothy in Men Behaving Badly. She's also, of course, Mrs. Merton. Not the Mrs. Merton that we saw nominated earlier, because that's played by another Caroline Hook, but Mrs. Paul Merton. And, of course, a couple of years ago, The Old Man was a winner here on the Comedy Awards as well. Caroline Quentin, top television comedy actress for 1995.
Lost 2 stone.
Yes, apparently. Well, that's,
We have lost. I wouldn't feel it.
Thank you very much. I'm a bit embarrassed actually because I didn't get you anything. Sorry. Thanks.
Thank you, Freddie. Now we come to Best Radio Comedy. As I'm sure you know, radio's traditional relationship with TV is akin to that of a South Pacific atoll to the nation of France, or indeed Paulie Yates to Ian Hislop. Your MC for this category, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world, and a man who's been covered in more fake leopard skin than the back seat of a Cortina. Welcome, Prince Naseem Hamed. Let me just check. Your name, Prince, you're not a real prince. That's like a thing to further your career, it's a gimmick thing?
Well, of course I'm a real prince. No, my name's Naseem Hamed.
So you're not a real prince, so it's just a career thing, like our own Prince
I
Edward.
could be, though, the way the Arabs are carrying on.
You could be, I'm sure you could.
Oh, yeah.
You have the nominations there for Sir?
The nominations for the best radio comedy are... Check it. Harry Hill's Fruit Corner. I'm sorry I haven't a clue. people like us.
All right, well, this being radio, we don't have clips, so we're going to go straight to the winner, if you would.
You haven't got no clips?
Don't take it personally.
All right, mate. I'm sorry, I haven't got a clue.
And arriving to receive this award, the producer, John Naismith, and two of the regular panelists, Barry Cryer and Willie Rushton. Does anybody know the rules to Mornington Crescent?
Very quickly, I've never won anything in my life. I did win highest up the wall at school, but I don't think this is the time or the place. Colin Sell, our pianist, John Naismith, our producer, the one and only Will Rushton. Would you like to say a few words?
Not very kind. Not often you get an opportunity to appear on television. It's a long time since... Is this live?
Yes.
Oh, what a wonderful opportunity. I don't know if you ever heard my impersonation of a bassoon. It goes on for some time, but I'll cut it short. Thank you very much indeed.
You got that one, huh? The next lamppost we cock a saluting leg at is that of top Channel 4 entertainment presenter. In my opinion, Channel 4 presenters come in just the two varieties, red hair and no hair. Breaking the champagne across the bows of the winner, a talented actress, a glamorous model, and one of the world's most beautiful women, who last time we met was wearing an outfit so tight, why, I could hardly breathe. The Slinky, Lauren Hutton.
Why could you hardly breathe? Did I fall on your stroller?
No, we mustn't be, there's no need to be like that at all. It's a universal thing. I thought you went Teflon, what is that? That's sort of...
I think it's some sort of glass.
It's iridescent, and I bet it strobes like hell, so let's move on. You have the nominations, I believe.
I do. The nominations for top Channel 4 entertainment presenter are Chris Evans for Don't Forget Your Toothbrush, Antoine Decaune, Antoine Decaune, and Jean-Paul Gaultier for Eurotrash. And Gabby Roslin for The Big Breakfast.
Let's have a look at the clips to see them work.
Can you play golf with live maggots?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can play golf with food, but you cannot play golf with live maggots.
Listen, Billy, every woman one time in their life thinks it.
No, they haven't picked with me.
Well, how would you know?
Because I know.
You'd know.
Of course I know.
A brief history of the bottom. For 300 action-packed pages, the history of the bottom gives you a fistful of information. It is a penetrating, cheek-to-cheek exploration of everybody's favorite orifice. Antoine, what is an orifice? I'll show you later. Jean-Paul, you just keep smiling.
Lauren, the winner, please.
The winner is Chris Evans.
Designer stubble for Chris Evans tonight. Of course, he got his big break on The Big Breakfast on Channel 4. And he's still rising early, but now it is to spin the platters that matter for The Breakfast Show on Radio 1.
Gabby, I'm sorry, third year on the run. That's it. Sorry, you can have this one as well. It's fine. Thank you.
Our next departure is for Best BBC Sitcom, and to present this, two actors from the hit medical drama Casualty. It's a very brave show, Casualty, an NHS drama made within the BBC. As climates of fear go, that's what you call a double whammy, I believe. Anyway, please welcome the GPs in question, Clive Mantle and Julia Watson. Let's have the nominations, please.
The nominations for the best BBC situation comedy are Absolutely Fabulous, Men Behaving Badly, and One Foot in the Grave.
I think we all know exactly how good those shows are. We won't bother with clips this time. Let's just go straight, if we can, to the winner.
And the winner is... One Foot in the Grave.
Well, this has become regular for them. The producer is Susan Belbin, and the writer is David Rennick. Last year's Christmas special, of course, had the Melville's in the Algarve, and rumours abound that during this year's show there'll be 2 feet in the grave for somebody. Who? We just have to wait and see.
Sincerely flattered and, not to say astonished to be standing up here with this in view of the very fierce competition. Thank you very much to Richard, Annette, Angus, Janine, Doreen and Owen and all of the cast and crew on the show. Thank you very much indeed.
The Lifetime Achievement Award honours the performer who has shown that staying power is just as important as getting that first laugh. I mean, there's no point in winning Best Newcomer this evening if by the time Nick Leeson gets home you're back working behind the counter at your local Quick Fit. Our presenter for this honour is himself a giant, a mammoth, a king of the turns. He was doing his stuff back when most of us here were fretting where the next Rusk was going to come from. So to present the Lifetime Achievement Award for Comedy, it is none other than the mighty Max Bygrave.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be. It's a pleasure to be anywhere. You must have heard. I'm walking through Water Street not too long ago. Some fellas outside a betting shop. One says, "Oi, Max, oi! You let us down." I said, "Pardon?" He said, "You let us down." I didn't know what he was talking. I said, "What do you mean I let you down?" He said, "When Benny Hill and Frankie Howe died, we had you for a treble." Nice, isn't it? More?
If you got it.
I get a call down at Bournemouth. They said, "Will you come?"
Tell your friends he's here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
They said, will you come down to the old folks' home and do a few songs for them? So I get down there, so old, talk about 1 foot in the grave. They were knee-deep. I walked over to an old lady in a wheelchair. I said, "Do you know who I am?" She said, "No, ask Matron, she'll tell you." All right. It's my great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to announce the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award for Comedy. He's unique, he's almost a legend, and his name is Bob Monkhouse. Hey, Bob, first off.
We're just going to remind ourselves, as if we need a reminding, of the great Monkhouse in action.
I fell in love, of course. At an early age, I fell in love with the girl next door. One day, I plucked up my courage, and I asked her if she was doing anything that night, and she said no. So I took her for a ride in the country and found out she wasn't kidding.
We all need a power that's true.
Here I come, girl.
Well, when I look such devoted sisters,
They all thought that we would never part, but they were wrong.
and Billy was right.
Pardon?
Get up, all of you.
Well, looks as though you was listening after all.
I wasn't listening.
Hey?
I used to work in the factory where they make these things.
Hey, thanks for the memory. I'll lay down the line. Being on your show is fine. Keep going till you're 80, Bob, and I'll have you on mine. Well, thank you so much. And Bob, thanks for this memory. When the Palladium was packed with all those gags you cracked, that was 30 years ago. They're still in my act. I mean, honestly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Monkhouse.
I'm completely unprepared for this. I had a few people to thank. I had to do that gag. It went so well when Yasser Arafat used it at the United Nations. I can't pretend this is a total surprise, Max, Jonathan, ladies and gentlemen. For the last 5 years, I have said to my agent, should I go along to the Comedy Awards? Do you think I might get something? And he said, yes, humiliated. This year he said, why not go along, Governor, give the Jackie a chance to show the frock. So I sort of felt that he wouldn't have said that unless I was in line for something. As it happens to be, the Let's Give Him Something Before He Dies award. A joker, transparent and plastic. It seems made for me, doesn't it? Thank you, John. I feel very proud. You know you're a success when you get this in the same week that they measure you for Damien Hirst's next exhibit. So I do thank you, Max. I take it as a great honor from you. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you to the voters. And I didn't really come along expecting this. I only came along because I heard there were going to be 100 comedians here, and I thought, just on the off chance of getting my gag books back from the bastard who sold them.
You pay £1 for a lottery instant, but you get 7 new instant Cracker Scratch cards free with the mail on Sunday. There's an instant £50,000 and thousands of other cash prizes. Plus, scratch the Cracker panel and you could win new cars, exotic holidays, something for all the family. Get 7 instant Cracker Scratch cards free with tomorrow's mail on Sunday.
Someone can save you up to a third on a wide range of fine fragrances. Who can save you up to a third on fine fragrances? Boots. Everything seems to happen at once. First, Robert falls out of a tree. And now, he's got flu.
Gonna blow.
Yeah. Thank goodness for Night Nurse. It'll help soothe his cough and sore throat, relieve those awful shivers, aches and pains, and help dry his runny nose so he can get a good night's sleep.
When you have a cold or flu, Night Nurse it better. A Disney video is one gift that'll be enjoyed long after Christmas. With so much joy, magic and excitement, no wonder a child will choose to watch a Disney video time and time again. Disney videos, one Christmas present they'll want to open again and again.
Have you got a headache, or have you got a headache?
You don't have time for a headache in this job. You're constantly dealing with emergencies. But if I do get a headache, there's nothing better for me than Headaches Extra.
Headaches Extra. Fast, effective, easy to swallow. When you don't have time for a headache, take Headaches Extra. Have you got a headache, or have you got a headache?
I've got a headache.
Have you got a headache, or have you got a headache?
Welcome back to part 3 of the British Comedy Awards. Now, for all you people at home, this is a time you should get out your £1 million Comedy Awards scratch cards and see if you can match the name you have with the name of our next presenter. She's risen to prominence under the last 12 months for her uncanny predictions, her bizarre dress sense, and her gift of the all-seeing third eye. She's also fast becoming the nation's #1 alternative sex symbol, which I suppose just about rules out all of you who thought it'd be Archbishop Desmond Tutu, am I right? To announce the Best Entertainment Series Award, please give a big round of applause for Mystic Meg. You have the nominations there for us, I believe. Read them in that mystic way of yours.
The nominations for the Best Entertainment Series are Barrymore, Don't Forget Your Toothbrush, and the Fantasy Football League.
Now, I would ask you to pull it down, but you don't need this, do you? I'll just think real hard for you. Here you go. You got it?
It's coming through, and it's Don't Forget Your Toothbrush.
Is it really?
I hope.
Uncanny! It's Don't Forget Your Toothbrush.
Yes, it is. No longer on your screens on Channel 4. Maybe they said that there wouldn't be any more, but we don't really know now. There's a little bit of doubt about this.
Chris went off to the toilets before the last commercial break and he hasn't come back. And my wife went off with him too, so... Anyway, on behalf of the whole team of Don't Forget Your Toothbrush, Where's my wife? Where's my wife? Thank you very much. Toothbrush was a very hard series to do. That man's the star, and thank you very much for this. On behalf of the whole team.
Crazy anarchic kids. Thanks to Mystic Meg there, although I believe Archbishop Desmond Tutu would have been equally as gracious. Our next award is for Best Television Comedy Drama, and here to present it, a man who needs no introduction, at least not now anyway. Yes, all the way from Cape Town, the Most Reverend Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Your Grace, it's lovely to have you here. Don't let this go to your head, because this is an audience who's got him free. You try the open mic spot at the Comedy Store. You want to start there. It's lovely to meet you, Grace. Thank you very much for coming in. It's all there. Don't worry.
No. I just trying to see whether it remains the same size.
Oh, I see. No, you're doing very, very well. Go and have a word with Bob. He'll give you a few lessons on that later. He's kept it under control over the years. You have the nominations for us, Your Grace? Our Grace?
Yes,
My Grace. I'm sorry, I'm new at this. I don't meet archbishops often, I'm sorry. My Grace.
No. I'm the Grace. You say Your Grace.
Your Grace?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. I thought Barrymore was tough out there. Your Grace, you have the thing.
I'm glad to be here to do this as reparation for the cricket. Nominations: 11 men against 11. Outside edge. Preston front.
Let's have a look at the clips of those.
Thank you.
Your Grace.
It's a mousse. What? Prawn mousse. That's what I'm missing. I've got smoked salmon samosas, caraway scones, mango dip in red cabbage bowls. The one thing I haven't got on this menu is something to do with prawns.
Laura, do you have any idea what it does to the male ego during lovemaking to know that his partner's lying there thinking about small pink shellfish?
Why then should I be interested in the male ego?
Oh, isn't it something to harden his heart? Harden what up?
My blister. Good thinking.
Miriam.
Yes, darling.
Something down with this, the chop.
Roger, please.
Miriam, please.
Surgical spirit.
Super.
You haven't got any.
Well, you're a Boy Scout, weren't you? Improvise.
Try dipping it in a bowl of rice pudding.
Eh?
Well, that's what Japanese wrestlers do, isn't it?
pudding, you great tart.
So, who's going to be the new manager?
Oh, God knows. So far I've tried Big Jack, Big Ron, Big Mal, Graham Taylor.
Graham Taylor?
Beggars can't be choosers, Ron. He won't come. No one wants a sodding job.
Yeah. Trouble is we're perceived as a crisis club.
Not perceived, Ron. We are a crisis club. We lost our last 12 games, we're rock bottom of the table, and we couldn't be more in debt if we had Nick Leeson as club treasurer.
Your Grace, the winner of the Best Television Comedy Drama is...
Preston Front.
So Preston Front is the Best Television Comedy Drama. Back in '93, it started out as All Quiet on the Preston Front. The producer is Chris Griffin, the writer is Tim Firth. Tim currently involved in writing the third, and we are told sadly the final series of Preston Front.
This belongs to a very talented young cast, a very talented crew out of Pebble Mill in Birmingham, and a very talented young writer, my friend Tim Firth.
Thank you very much. I can't say which is the greater pleasure tonight to hear the words, well, hear the word Preston said by Desmond Tutu. It's a fantastic thing, I can't tell you. But I'll say that the last time I won any kind of award, it appeared in the Manchester Evening News under the banner, "Was this the worst acceptance speech ever?" I'm not going to say anything. To the cast, to the crew, thank you very much.
After that warm welcome, even as we speak, TV bosses are trying to get him to commit to Play Your Cards Right with Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Top television personality now, and steering us through this one, an unlikely partnership, but then again,